Hello, welcome back. This is a screencast for organization slash business account creation from the previous video. If you're just joining us, I would just advise you go through the previous video. But nonetheless, let me just take us through a recap of what we did earlier. Basically, um, so reflecting on the uh, previous screencast. Let me just move that. And some of us must have noticed that I'm actually using yes, PowerPoint. Yes, because I'm actually recording, it just makes everything very smooth. But this is actually one of the things also that we're going to enjoy. Like, let me just show some cool things first before I move on. Like, once I come here and I go to, you have slides here, so the equivalent of that is actually slide. And of course, you can always, let me click open, sample document and just show you something. Yeah, basically. So you can download your slides to PowerPoint if you want, but I just wanted more speed, and of course, uh, I didn't want internet delays and the rest. So basically, so here you could see you could download anything as actually PPT and all. So it's actually something very cool, and but this will come later. The videos will come later, basically. Yes. So our previous yes you remember we started with types of accounts, right? So we talked about this. We actually created a personal Gmail account. Yes, notify farms at gmail.com. Yes, so we're currently working on the organization and business account. We already created it also, but yeah, just to complete some of the things we need to yeah, finalize basically. Then also we explained all what you can use it for, what you can use it to access the benefits, and basically, and how to get to the page, where you create your Gmail and your free email basically, and also organization and business account, and basically what you can use it for, how you can use it to collaborate with your co-workers. And also we talked about the different types of Google Workspace edition. We talked about business enterprise education, which is within our privilege, and of course we are not we don't have the privilege for nonprofits and government. Yes, and of course how we created it. Yeah, basically I think this is where we stopped. So yes, moving to the business of yes today. So okay, so I'm starting here, right? Basically, so we just reflected. Yeah, so now let me show us an alternate method, right? For organization and yes, business account. Yes, sign up. Yes, if you notice, then what we did was let me come here. Yeah, basically then we'll come back to this email, right? So when we wanted to start, we went through yeah, the website, right? So yes, so how we got here was we typed notifyic.com. You can remember that, right? Notify. Okay, the complete URL. Yes, notifyic.com. So once you type this, you get to our website here. So one of the things we did first was we searched for a domain, right, that met our needs, and basically, and what we did was we just typed in here notify farms, right? Notify farms, and we did dot website. Yeah, a unique TLD. We did this and everything was good, was fine. So but the alternate method I want to show us is if you're not, you necessarily do not have to search for the domain first. If you want to onboard with the free 30 days trial, one of the things you could do is you could click here, click on 30 days free trials first, or you could still come down the page here and also just click here. Anyone works for you, so I'll click on this one. Now once you get to the page, now this is assuming that I don't have the domain first, but the idea is, if you understand what I said initially, this is free 30 days from Google. Yes, we're giving you for free, but the reason why I had to purchase the domain first is because we actually need a domain name to get this working. So it's just like the like a horse and the cat, right? So you could either walk through this medium, but if you're coming this way, one of the things, so let me see. Okay, I think we started with this one, starter, so I'll just click this basically. So once you click this, can you notice that it still brought you here, right? asking you that okay, it's domain. So let me just try something different just to show us we're not registering anyone. Yes, now I just want to show us notify farms. Let's pick another extension. Let's say .tech, you know. So notify farms.tech. So once we do this, we do a check, you know. Yeah, it says here it's available. It shows us, then we'll say continue. Now, if you walk through this approach, what it will look like, right, is I didn't just want to confuse us, you know. Maybe you're going to be thinking this is being charged. This is actually free, you know. The domain actually is what needs to be purchased first. So if you come through this medium, you might miss you know, the context of understanding, you know, what are we really paying for and all. So what you're paying for initially is just for you to buy the domain so that we can map it to the Workspace account. I believe this is clear. So as I said, we're not is buying. I just wanted to clarify that. Let me go back to my presentation. Yes. So okay, so now we understand the alternate method. So the reason why I actually said we should you know, use that first approach was just for us to yeah, create the clarity between you know, the steps basically. Okay, so the third item here is types and categories of Workspace products and features, right? So for Google Workspace basically, so I'm going to come down here and yes, so you could just go, just type on Google. You could just go google.com, right? I think Google is everyone's friend. Then you could basically just type I don't know, Google Workspace, you know. Yeah, so you know, Google Workspace, yeah, plans, or you could just, you know, search, just say Google. Well, yeah, let's just pick this, the plans. So you're gonna have things, it's gonna show you things about them. You can read freely, no big deal. But I have some already open here, right? So comparing them, they are majorly two categories, right? You have the business, you know, yeah. So you have the business, then you have the enterprise, right? So on the business, you have three categories, right? So you have plus, you have standard, you know, and you have starter, right? And of course, for under enterprise, you have also plus, yeah. Then you have standard, then you also have, okay, no, now essentials, right? So these are like the two categories basically. So let's actually just look at this, and maybe this is just good so that you know why we picked starter, you know, for just the screencast, even though I've changed it to standard so that, you know, we can have more options to do other things. So like here, you know, coming to this page, you see compare Google Workspace, you know, you have to sign into this. We're coming to this later. Yes, so we just scroll down, compare business editions. You can see 1 to 300, you know, users. So you can see now we have the enterprise edition here, education also. So you can see this is actually, you know, explained here. The starter is said professional productivity suite for up to 300 users with 30, you know, GB storage per user. You know, then business standard enhanced productivity suite for up to 300 users, you know, with a 2 TB storage per user. Yes, then business plus. Then of course, you know, you have other details. These are like general things that, you know, they do core services, email, other service, the details basically, then of what you can do with them. As I said, you know, there's gonna be like detailed you know, screencast videos on some of those things. So I just want to run through it here. You know, the core services, all of the accounts can do email, right? And calendar, you know, basically, you know, all of the accounts can do groups for business, chats for, you know, so you can see all the check signs basically. But when we get here now, you can see cloud search for internal, you know, chat and assist. The business starter does not have this, so this just works with the yeah, standard, right? You know, and of course, if you see here also for Google Vault for e-discovery and information governance. You see, you don't have those features under the starter and business. It's just under the plus, right? This is just to give you some ideas, right? So under usage and support, you have the variations. The three accounts have maximum 1 to 300 users per user per month. Yeah. So the size, storage, photos, all of them, the uptime, everything, and the support is the same. So this just gives you, if you want more, like, you could just take your time, search this out, check the comparison, basically, and yeah. Also, well, I think this might look so let me click the surprise. Yes, so on the search that we did, so this is like the official, yes, Google Workspace here. So you can also come here, anyways. Yeah, I know. If okay, let me just sort this out. So you have the status, standard, business, and enterprise. You have the features also here, and so on, and everything also is detailed here. And of course, the pricing, but of course, you can decide to say you want to buy from Google. Google owns the products, but I would love it if you come to us. But I also have something to entice you. Besides the fact that, the first month we're actually offering is we're giving you 30 days free. And of course, I think, we're ensured that you have discount on our products. Let me search that before, I'll be sure of what I'm saying. So you can see on our business plus, we do 1750, so I just made sure that we have 50%, off all of our prices, basically. And of course, we know we're going to support you well. And this is not me saying you shouldn't, buy from Google before Google will say, hey, Hadi, why did you say that? Yes, I would just, yes, like it if you actually, buy from us too. So, yeah, let me continue. So yes, I think that's clear. Okay, so I was talking about changes made, to the Google Workspace Business Standard. Yes. So what I did was, so let me flip to the email. So this is the email. No, this is the email. Let's see. That's not the email. Where's the email? Okay, this is the email. If you can remember our email, for us to be sure we're in the correct account, I'll go to the top right. I'll click on this. You just have the account just for you to be sure that you're logged in. The reason why I do this is just in case you have multiple Google accounts, right? I noticed, I think it was in the previous video, there was a part I actually said, just in case you have multiple Gmails. Yes, that's also correct. But in some cases, they might not just all be Gmails, because we now understand that you can also have other emails that you can also use to create Google accounts. So in case you have multiple Google accounts, one of the ways you can be sure that you're working on the right account is to click here and actually just, the first one here will show you that. So this was the email we created, and so now this is the order in which everything comes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open, yes, you go to notifyic.com. So I'm going to log in, right? Okay, so let me take this thing out from the cat. Yes, empty the cat, because are you sure you want to? Yes, want to empty. You want to empty it? Okay, we've emptied it. So what I want to do is to log in. Yes, if you remember, we actually what's our login details again? Okay, so we're gonna log in with this Gmail, right? Okay, the Gmail and the password. I hope I still remember. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, that's correct. So coming in, yeah, just click, this to get me to the dashboard. Yes. Okay, so this is fine. So as you can see now, we have one service, services. You have one domain active. So I'm gonna click on service. Yes, this will let you know that you could see, yes, okay, yes, this was actually what we ordered for. If you remember, Google Workspace Business Starter, right? But what I did was, while I was creating it, because I actually wanted us to be able to do more things later, so I updated it to standard. Yeah, but you're gonna see this, of course, and you're gonna see that it's active, and you can see it's free. So, and of course, you see the domain name under it here. So that's actually one of your first indicator. And of course, this okay, so next one here is the domain, right? So I'll click on domain. Yes, so your domain also, you notice that it's registered is annual, so yeah, you see everything will be fine and to be active. Yes, I think, yeah, this is fine. Then I'll go to Yes, to the last one. So yeah, the invoice here, don't worry. This is just to notify you because what I did was I think the first payment didn't go through, Yes, so that's why the invoice is showing here. But just to let you know that the portal is robust and all. So once all of your services are successful, right? You get notifications in your email, like I just clicked here now. So the first email here is domain registration. So just to let you know that it was successful. So you're gonna get an email like this, everything was fine. Basically, you don't need to do much, just to notify you. Domain registration confirmation. You get an email from us once it's successful. Then the next email you're gonna get is this immediate verification. Actually, we are actually connected with Namecheap, right? So you're gonna get like a Namecheap support email. This is just for verification, right? They just want to know your customer and all, basically. So, and you have to do this so that the domain name doesn't go down. So they're gonna welcome you, everything. Just read through everything. Then what you're gonna do is if you so you're going to look for this line here which says click here to verify your email address and agree so you just click on this. Yeah, this is just verification step. I think we should do this is important, yeah, because after some couple of days you might just notice that the domain is no longer resolving, right? So registered email successfully verified. So you just need to go to that page and just click on that link, this link. Once you click on this link, everything is good. Then you're going to get this. It shows that you've completed that step and everything is fine. Yes. So let me go back to the inbox. So yes, the third email we're looking at now is this order confirmation. So of course, this is order confirmation. Okay, yes. So this is to let you know that the moment we're creating your account, you're just going to be getting notifications. This is for the Google Workspace, rather the business standard. Yes. Then you could see here also you get another email for new product information. Just to let you know. Okay, this was the initial one. The starter that I said, right? So it's still free and all, but if you notice here, yes, this one is welcoming you. Welcome to Google Workspace Business Standard. Yes, I changed it from starter to standard so that we can have some more features, while we're doing the screencast. Yeah, basically. So you're gonna click. This one's actually very important, right? Very, very important. This one. So you're gonna click on this one, the one that has the Google Workspace. Welcome to the Google Workspace. Yes, and it puts your domain here. So once you click on this one, you get an email, yes, from Google. It says welcome to Google Workspace Business Standard. So we're excited for you to discover all the ways Google can help run your business more efficiently. Action required. Something you have to do. Sign in to the Google Admin Console using your administrator account. Accept the Google product agreement when prompted. Note, you will not be able to access Google Workspace until you accept the agreement. So there are some things here you can see they say action required. That means there's something we have to do, right? And we have to make sure we do these two things. They're very important because you won't be able to move further than this if we don't do it. So step one, it says sign in to the admin console, right? So what to sign into the admin console, if we come down here, you could see you could just click this. The admin console is where you're going to be going to the admin console from time to time, so you get used to it. So I just click on this. This takes us to the Google Admin Console. Okay, so I'm gonna you see it's trying to connect to the previous email, but this is not what we're going to. So I'll say next. Okay, so we're not logging in with the Gmail here, so you just click up here. So it's yes. I'm gonna say use another account. Yes. So which account do you want to use? So I'll come back here. We're using director at this domain, if you remember. Yes. So director. So we'll do director at this, right? Then we'll do next. Okay, then also you provide a password, but there's going to be an email, right, that you're going to receive after this one comes in, right? That will have we just made it easier for all our customers, right, that you can log in with their username and password. So it will be after yes this, which will have that information, username and password. Okay, you put the username, right? So just put the password, basically. Yes, this will be sent to you via mail, right, to notify. So once you do that, yes, you're gonna get, of course, yes, Google welcome you. Google welcome to your new account. Yes, of course, you see now, director at notifyfarms website. So there's some nice agreement here, and you have to go through it. Just scroll through, basically, yeah. So basically, and just read through, and all at the end, when you're done, you just click on accept. Okay, so that's the first part. So this is the second part. The second part is, times, your reseller has placed an order. The reseller is now notified IC. They're referring to us here. Has placed an order for Google Workspace Business Standard. To activate and start using Google Workspace Business Standard, you need to accept the following terms. So you need to accept this one too, like this one too, for you, since you're coming, yes, through us. We are providing the service for you, basically. So you're going to go through that. Also, the supplementary terms. So we just scroll through everything. Once you're done, you click accept terms of service. So once you click this, so this is your Google Admin Console. Welcome on board. So for us to be sure that you're in the right place, these are the indicators. One, I'm going to come to the top right. I like that spot, very cool. So when I click this, even before me clicking, you could see it's already showing my name and also director at notifyfarms.website, right? So I just click here. You could see now, of course, this is it. Then you can now see why I said if you have multiple accounts, but right now this is the active account, and we still have our Gmail there also. So another thing also is, yes, people, I'm going to come back to this, right? So one of the things also you could do is, once I click here, the Google apps here, right? You can now see, let's see, can you see Gmail here? So I'm going to click on Gmail. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is to click on Gmail. So I'll come to the top right. If you notice now, it redirected back to the what now? To the Gmail, but it's not Gmail I wanted. I want this one, the business account. So I'll click this. Yes, exactly. So you can see this is what I was expecting you to get. Yes, you now have to access the Gmail. So there are some things that we need to do, and that's what's bringing me to this. We have to do some setting up for you. You don't need to. Don't worry. Once you sign up with us, when you're signing into your Google Admin Console, you will even see this. It's something we'll have taken care of, But this is one of the reasons why I want to encourage us that when you buy your domain from us, right? It gives us ease and flexibility. We're more efficient and we can service you faster, to actually verify your domain and also set up the necessary MX records, So this is actually one of the things. So if you're like, if you go to a website, there are options whereby, let me show us, whereby you can decide to say you want to transfer domain from someone. Not like it's not possible, but it's going to take some days. You can see there's an option for transfer, basically, and other things. So we would prefer you buying through us here, so because it will be easier for us to to configure, and everything will be fine. So yes, let me just take a recap. The main the objective of this video, was this email. Let me run through them again. Run through all the emails, right? This one that starts with the Google Workspace, business standard. Let me click on it again. As I said, action required, just to make sure that yes, you accept those two agreements we just clicked on, basically, and you're going to do that via your Google Admin Console. Once you do that, you have access and everything is fine. Then before I go, also for you to know, yes, our role. Once you click here, Admin Console, and you come to billing, right? So when you click on billing, you're going to notice that yes, it's going to show the type of or category of the workspace business you're using, standard, and of course this is where you're going to see reseller pricing that you're coming through a partner. So I think everything looks good at this stage. And what do I have next? on my let's see. Okay, so basically I think we're good to go. So thank you, and